One of Stubbs' successors was James Ward, a member of the Royal Academy and a prolific painter of sporting art. Stubbs's influence is readily seen in this work painted by Ward in 1809, 3 years after Stubbs's death.
He'd learnt from Stubbs, and as you can see, the anatomy of the mare and her foal, absolutely exact. But there's a certain romantic air of the landscape, and there's a sort of heightened realism that gives them this sort of romantic mood.
Like Stubbs, Ward produced beautiful landscapes. These landscapes remind us that the English artists from about 1800 through the 1830s were all out in the open air, sketching and drawing on the spot, painting landscapes not yet seen anywhere else in the world.
Even though he may have painted the horse separately and painted the landscape at a later date, it gives you the idea that it's all been done in the open air. And then finally, of course, the whole idea of painting out of doors and getting fugitive effects of light and atmosphere became, after all, what the Impressionists came to be known for.
Less than 50 years later, another painter of sporting art would create quite a stir over his remarks about the impressionistic or modern look.
For some people, Sir Alfred Munning's name is forever blacklisted in the names of those Philistines who should have nothing to do with art, because he had awful things to say about modern art at a notorious speech he gave at the Royal Academy banquet just at the time this picture was being painted.
Ironically, people would see in Munning's work the very influences of the modern art that he had criticized. The greens and purples in the shadows came straight from the art he derided.